All right, so it's Monday, June 29th, 2026. I want to give a brief explanation of this album that's just been released today by Servants of the End. It's called Archives. Unfortunately, it isn't new music. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's archives of the band's first and only recorded CD that we did about 20 years ago. We did it at in a friend's studio. It was like his setup was in his basement. We were his pilot project to see just kind of how things went. We went in there and busted it out pretty quick. I think we just recorded one day, and he spent a little time mixing it, and it was the only music that was ever recorded by the band. And it was about just to be lost in time, but now that I've got the band going again, we've been going about 2 years, almost 2 years now, and working on new stuff. We got a new album we're working on right now. But before we get really, marching forward, I wanted to make sure that stuff we did back then was out there and available in our library of works. So I found a CD that had no vocals on it. So I was able to take that CD and put it into my sessions and just re-record the vocals. I was never really satisfied with the way they turned out back then, because I was still pretty green, and I mean, they're not perfect now, but I think each of the songs does sound a little better than it did back then. Dan over at Liquid Studios, who's the studio I'm using now, he agreed to match up the new vocals that I was recording with the old music that was already existed that he couldn't really manipulate. So he was pretty limited by what he could do, but he was able to put it together, and I did the 8 songs that the other original guitar players wrote, and got a new recordings of it so I could release it. And then the 2 songs on that album that I wrote, I already released those in their entirety. I recorded the guitars, and the drums were all redone, and the vocals were all done. It was mixed brand new, so recreation and taken away are the songs that are on the solo album that's moving forward. But the songs that are on this album, Archives, are the other 8 that I think they're a little bit better than they were back then, but it was either this or nothing. So I decided to go ahead and release them as they are. If anybody ever wants to check out what they were originally on the YouTube channel, Servants of the End, they exist there in their original form. But for now, this is what the album is.